Hello, welcome to another draft. The channel here is getting really close to my 125 pack benchmark to try to get the Secrets of Strixhaven set filled out. Doing really good on the gem count. I think I got up to like 10,800 or something, and haven't gone down too much. And we're getting pretty close. Had some okay drafts yesterday. The day before, I had a couple of punts that I played that I didn't record. Wow, this is like the third time I've gotten this card. This Moment of Reckoning, and it has never worked out for me. I just get into a deck where I can't splash it really. Like, I basically just end up forcing a little too hard. It's just so far away the best pick. It's like you gotta take it. And hopefully we can get into something that can actually make good use of it. Ideally, it's just sort of your top end threat of a normal Silver Quill aggro deck. Something that can clear some blockers, or if the board is empty against the control player, you can refill the board up. Here, Moment of Ages is by far the best card. This is your go over the top win con for the blue soup decks. It is sort of an I win button, because if you pick up like 8 cards from your graveyard, you're just gonna get a lot of value. And some of those cards buying back, I had a deck where I had 2 traumatic critiques, a Wisdom of Ages, and 1 Divert Equation. And I had one game where I fired off like 5 X spells. Like 3 of them went face to win that game. Against a Witherbloom player who had like gone up to 30. Here's sort of an interesting a pivot here, because Quillblade Laureate is really good in the Silver Quill deck. Matter Bending Mage is pretty decent in like the soupy piles, maybe a little bit more so in a tempo deck. And then Burst Lightning is just the overall like safest pick. So I'm trying to not force this Moment of Reckoning. I love this card. I want to be playing it. But Burst Lightning is just by far the safest pick out of this pack. It is the best card here. And then I could actually maybe be sold on Quillblade after this. But if there's that Burst Lightning, I'm going to take it. Here, Vicious Rivalry. A nice sweeper of the format. You pay X life and destroy all artifacts and creatures with mana value X or less. So there is a number of powerful artifacts in the set that you getting incidentally with this with your sweeper is pretty good. And there's just nothing else to take. This crappy copy spell. This doesn't even copy a creature. It's a creature spell. So you have to play this with your creature on the stack and hold priority to do this. It is not a good card. The next best card in the pack, though, is like Wander Off or Render Speechless. Here we get a push more down the black line as Last Gasp is the best card here. You know, there's something to be said that maybe it's Rubble Rouser. And maybe this is a point where I should be taking this, but I think people in the format have caught on that removal is very premium. There's just so many cheap cards that can win the game on their own that a Last Gasp can hit. But it does kind of suck that, you know, most like 4-drops and stuff, this doesn't do anything. So you do need other removal spells. It does kind of act as a good combat trick too sometimes. Now here's sort of, it's going to be one of these Prismari cards. Prismari Charm, I haven't actually played much of. And I think Visionary's Dance does, you know, kind of half of what this does anyway with its discard effect. Kind of sucks that it's so far away from what we're doing with these other cards, but it does fit into this Wisdom of Ages deck if we end up going down that road. Here I will take this Matter Bending Mage for sure. I think seeing this pick 7 is a good sign. Elemental Mascot I've come way down on. It's got to be pretty specifically like a tempo-y deck card. Yeah, Just Wisdom of Ages with 2 Visionaries Dances as your top-end win con. That could be a thing. Here, we really don't have any white cards besides this Moment of Reckoning. And it's looking like we may be more of a Prismari control deck, which this isn't good in that either. But we may actually end up in more of like a Prismari tempo deck. So this gives us an in into that. Best card here by a lot is Burrow Barrage. And we've just got a big pile of cards with little to no synergies, and I think that's fine in this format. Heated Argument, it's okay. Shattered Acolyte, it's okay. I'm going to stick with just take removal spell. Normally I would just rare draw this here because this is really unlikely to make the deck regardless of what it is, but we may still fluctuate back to man, both of these cards are pretty bad. Withering Curse. Now, that's a card. Anyways at all to gain life, and we can basically run double sweeper control deck. I really like that. Ooh, okay. We're going to be definitely just souping this up. So we're going to take everything out of here that doesn't play along with this. There's even a loot. Okay. Okay. Alright, now we just want all matters of interaction. And lands specifically. I think at this point we're already like 12 playables in to a nice like soupy pile. Like this is a deck we might actually cut the dances out of if we can just get better interaction. And it's kind of great spot to be in that it doesn't matter what color the interaction is, but we do need to be getting it. Man, I think it might. Okay, this is just a terrible pack. For us, there's no. It's just a terrible pack. It's a straightforward. That's one you really just wish that you could see a better land in. Like we keep seeing white lands. Not what we want. It's a black green land. Here, I really like the Tome Blast. Essence Scatter, though, is really good. It seems like we're definitely more of like a red base, though. Terramorphic Expanse is perfect. Yeah, I'm just taking every land or removal spell. That's it. Potioner's Trove would be like a top tier pick. Being able to loot and double your mana for Mathemagics is so good if you can actually play loot and just not die. The only way that we're going to be able to do that is with the more cheaper interaction. Together as one. We don't actually need more top end. Even though this is just such a great card, we have the win cons already. We have the Mathemagics, Wisdom of Ages. I'm just going to take a braid. All we got to do is not die in the early turns. It's not fall so far behind that we can't fight. Oh, there's an Armageddon. I had an Armageddon aggro deck in like the first couple days of the format. It was great. So it's like a throwback. Flow State is really good. Really good. And I kind of hate that I'm having to pass it here, but I want to kill everything my opponent plays. If that's an option. Just land. And Fractalize. It's just land. If we have to play some of these other cards in here as like fillers, like some of these creatures, just to fill in the curve, I think it's fine. Here, we could take it like an early draw spell. We don't really have any other draw spells. We've got Pitch Dances, Prismari Charms. Maybe that's enough, though. This land doesn't help us too much. We don't really have a way of gaining life, though, do we? Fracture would be really nice to have, I think. Wait, no. It's Planeswalker, not creature. Never mind. It's Outburst. It's Outburst or it's Tome Blast. I'm going to take an Outburst since we already have one Tome Blast. Sometimes drawing multiple Tome Blasts could set you back. Like the first copy is pretty good. The second copy can be like clunkier to get off. Like you might have to like double them up to kill a creature, and it's just really mana intensive. You essentially only have like 3 black sources in the deck so far, so it might be cutting down on the black. I'll take a meal if we're going to be running creatures. Micah would be interesting. Right now our only artifact, though, is our loot. You know what? I'm going to take the Rubble Rouser. It does ramp you and help your draws out a little bit. Cake's Agony. Decent piece of interaction here, as we'll be able to fire it off for 4. Seize the Spoils can be good. Might actually want it over this Quick Study. Ooh, Quantum's Charm came back. I don't remember what I took out of that pack over it. Okay. Lorecaster is just crappy Wisdom of Ages. This was something like I thought I might want it just to be able to play the board and get back a removal spell. 6 mana though is just so expensive. I'm gonna cut that, and I'm probably gonna cut this Withering Curse. It's gonna be pretty hard to play. There's also this Last Fast that gets hard to play. And we've got 1 sweeper to splash with 3 black sources is good. So now we're on which one of these like fillery level cards do we want to add back to the deck, or just go to 18 lands. See what's our mix here. Wow, 7 blue sources for our 4 blue cards is a lot. 6, 8 red sources. Our deck is very red. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 green sources for 1, 2, 3. Just 3 green cards. Maybe this Emil. Whatever, but he would be making very big fractals. I think we're gonna... We really never want to miss a land drop with the deck. So I think this is 18. I just don't know what the extra land's gonna be. Should probably just be extra mountain. And just go 9 red sources. Seven. Yeah, we have 8 blue sources. Yeah, just go with the 9-8 split. And there we I actually first picked a Moment of Reckoning, and I'm not playing it. And it could be wrong because I've got, well, I don't think so. I don't think loot justifies it. It's loot can make the splash happen, but I'm not excited about that. Let's lead this out. might actually just have to braid. Maybe against when you see blue-red land, you know it's going to be a longer game. But people can play some aggressive Prismari decks, and they do get scary. I played against a guy who went the rare horse with Ward 1 that copies itself on turn 3, followed up by another one on turn 4, and then hit like lore hold. He was splashing white. Just hit the lore hold dragon on 5. Like, it's possible you just get run over even by blue decks. My opponent's on rope already? You can just discard this Fire Singer, I think. Seize the Spoils might have just been by far the riskiest card to cast, though, in the open blue mana. If he's not AFK. Because I go down 2 cards. He's clicking something. His timer keeps fluctuating. Huh. Maybe he's having like connection issues or something over there. Mr. Wah. I have been roped more this format than ever before. It seems. It is been pretty disgusting. I'm gonna pick up my 1 swamp. Or I'm gonna sit here and stare at the screen and do nothing. Like, why does this guy seem to have infinite timeouts on turn 3 already? It's not even a concession yet? What is... Dude. It's like he's there, but just roping the shit out of me for the fun of it. I've got triple blue. I've got tons of red cards. It could be like some mental gymnastics he's trying to do over here. Tilt his opponents. Though he didn't make a play last time, right? He didn't even play a card. Six. I don't need to play this then. If I play this, I might have to use my treasure on the Quandrix Charm. But there's plenty of like 2 mana ways to kill it, so the Quandrix Charm may not even be able to save him anyway. What's the play here? I should have played the tap land for sure. I'm just gonna rip it. Oh wait, this has reach. Sneaky reach. Do have the option of block and abrade it. This is why I played the untap land over the tap land this turn. Is abrade might actually be an option. Well, I think we're going to just fire off back-to-back turns of Visionary Stances. But I could be firing this off into Counterspell. Do I have another line of play? I mean, I'm 2 turns away from being able to play it and hold up Charm. If I was going to take that line, I really needed to play the tap land this turn. I just went to play it and was just like, I don't know, this gets disdainful stroked. I just have to scoop. We're just gonna hope. Okay. This thing making all his creatures really big if he's in a more creature-focused version of the deck. Ooh. Take 9? 9, plus he might play another creature? That's pretty bad. Tablet's a weird card here. Okay. I can play this and keep a charm open. Charm and a braid. But it is not good. This guy is a beating. If you actually have creatures to follow it up with, it's just crazy that he's in a soup deck. Running creatures. If he has to play, if he doesn't get this card and he plays these cards first, like, there's nothing scary about it. Oh, wait, he can pay one. Yeah. Crap. He gets outburst. Okay, well, I guess I counter the outburst, though. But I just gave him the solid read that's what I got in my hand. I just totally telegraphed. We just block, let the damage happen, and then end a turn we can pop it with 3 more damage. Not completely dead here. Okay, I can play... two creatures. So I'll still have a blocker for this. Actually, not even need to block. So this is gonna seem odd, but I'm not playing the Emil here. Because if he end of turns the outburst, I counter it. If he waits till his turn to go textbook tabulator vibrant outbursts, I can make the creature a 5/5, one that he targets for the damage. So it kind of works out both ways. This is not a hard choice, my guy. It is let it resolve. I don't know why there's stick. He can't pay it. Like, what is happening here? Does he have a burst lightning? Transcendent Archaic. Okay. Scary. Draw 4, discard 2. Seems pretty good. This card, it's only good in the like control mirrors stuff that can go on like this, and it is really, really bad against the aggro decks. I don't know about this attack. He does still have 2 open red mana. Way that like this is a bot or something with how long it takes for everything. It's just crazy. Surveil 2. This is a spot in the game, though, where I haven't seen like enough draw options that if I hit a loot or something now, I could just be dead because it's like so bad to play. And I'm just so far behind on board. Joke, okay. So we get a chump block. We don't want to go to 1. Vibrant outburst or something kills us then. Play a meal. We do have a chump. And then we can start making 6/6s. I'm just waiting for him to actually play a card that buys back his entire graveyard. So he just gets back 2 removal spells and a Visionary's Dance. That's enough that I'm not going to be able to win after that. Even Embrace. It's pretty good for him to get back, I guess. Draw a bunch more cards. He's drawn a ton of cards. A tackle artist. Okay. Just the way the game's lined out is just wild. Oh, I don't have another open green source. Mockery doesn't do anything. Mathemagics for 3. Yeah. I lost that game because of the early archaic into making his other cards just too much for me to deal with. It's a very good card. Just kind of surprised with the way like his deck is built, in that it played a lot more to the board than you typically see those soup piles doing. Of course, that may just be an adaptation of the soup decks. They're not getting enough of the interaction spells, so they're having to play more of a board-oriented game plan. I can lose the swamp. I have other ways of making black mana. I'm going to stay mana efficient. Land is fine. I'm firing this off on my turn instead of, you know, using my instance on his turn, because the black players love their 1 mana make the creature indestructible trick. So I don't see any reason to, like, there's no reason for me to hold. It's not like I had a ton of different options. I was still going to be able to cast the other card in my hand regardless. See, if I play this and I can't counter, this is an instant, so we're just going to keep passing. We've got 17 turns before we lose at this rate, and I'm okay with that. If I get a second green source, then I might play the Emil. Though maybe not. He's just going to have a whole handful of removal. It may be best just to let it rot in his hand. And just keep taking the damage. Well, he's not missing land drops. I can Emil plus kill something he plays. I just don't want him to get the mana efficiency of me like play this and him being able to like remove it on my turn. Loot though. Loot's amazing. Now we can just fire off spells willy-nilly, like crazy here, and just not care. Take it back. Fucking grapple with death. Okay. Okay, whatever. Just gonna let it happen. Like I said, he's just got a handful of removal. Play something, man. Oh, he was waiting until he could play it. Wait, those are only 3 swamps there, right? Thought he was waiting to play it where he could play it and rip the spell at the same time. But he can't. He's got the royal treatment. Oh wait, I can't play it. I don't have a green source. It's got Ward 1. I don't have an interaction spell that I can get back that would kill it. I'm just gonna play the Emil here. Somebody said about just playing back the wisdom and getting back 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 spells. Yeah, I'm just gonna do that. And we're just going to joke this 1-1, I guess. That way this isn't a 2-turn clock over here. He gets Tenured Concoctor. It's a decent hit. Could just discard this still. Like, and try to find the black source. Well, if I had taken the untapped land... This is one of those weird things where, like, if I... By playing a blocker... He... can grapple with death it, kill it, gain a life, and hit me for 6 and win off of that. It's almost like it's better to not play it. So I mockery it. And have to agony it, giving him 2 cards. I'm getting absolutely dumpstered. A burst. We'll keep a burst. Do we want more red open then, maybe? No, this is fine. Him having the answer to loot was very punishing. Maybe when I played the turn I played the loot is when I needed to play my Wisdom of the Ages. Pretty easy for me to die at 2 life. There's plenty of ways that just leech damage. Just paradigms with nothing else going on there. Probably because I've got the burst lightning available. Not doing anything, so just drop the Emil. Get in for 1. I could burst lightning him for... Oh, there's no reason to not at least burst lightning him for 2. Got 9 cards left in deck. Got rid of 1 of my black sources, 2 of my black sources. I can't even play this card. Goes to 4 cards left. He's got to have hit a removal spell for a mill. Oh, he loses. Okay. Awesome. Mathemagics for 5. I think I can pay 5. Why is it so hard to just live long enough to draw a win con here? Bending my black source almost cost me that game. Got no ways of... Well, we can discard dance to try to find something. It's good enough. Like, these cards are kind of what we're wanting to see. Joke plus hold outburst? I want to play this Seize the Spoils because I want to keep hitting land drops. It's just rough to say what I need to discard. I guess it's Mockery. Because it just sort of kills a medium-sized creature. Right, this kills basically about the same thing but a larger creature. Doesn't discard. A little scary there. Big damage and tap. Sure. Loots the card away this turn. We got a lot of stuff to buy back already with our Wisdom of Ages. And a turn with an empty board is exactly what we're wanting to see. So we can fire this off. No, I don't think we can lose. It's just such a I win button against these aggro matchups if you can get to this point. Mascot, sure. It's just efficient. Even though it's costing me my treasure. I can make the 2/3/3s this next turn and just feel super ahead. Arc of Hunger. Okay. That's a way you can grind into this. This is a sorcery? So I'm going to fire that off. I actually think I'm supposed to go ahead and discard Quandrix Charm. It's not very useful given how much mana he's got over there. Ooh, a loot. Loot is too much of my mana this turn. Unless I spend the treasure. I'm actually okay with that. So this way it's like I still have 4 mana up then. I can play the Mockery. Or even the Vibrant Outburst, I guess. When you tap a land, it's 2 of the same color. So even if I Outburst, I still need 2 lands up. Is that his 3rd Pursue the Past? Okay, Pursue the Past is a great card. According to the stats, it's the highest win rate common at like 61% or something, and it's I don't know what the next ones were, but I remember looking at it and there was a decent gap between it and the next card. Thing is, Lorehold is the best deck, and it does need the churn. You can't just have 2 of your creatures killed and then the deck fall on its face. You do need to be able to churn some, but each copy of this is 2 copies of a draw spell. You don't need 6 draw spells in your deck. You can be fine, because if you're not drawing the Pursue the Past and you have actual 2-drop creatures to get on the board and stuff, and a lot more synergy pieces. Just gonna play this for the Surveil. Okay, he's dead. I've got a shit ton of mana. So this is... Oh, that's just baseline. I actually have to do it manually. sure how much. So that is for 7. Oh, no, no, no. 14. What am I doing? It's double X. I have 16. Oh, yeah, yeah. It's 7. Just what up? Like, can I please just cast a spell? Like, whatever. Two Mathemagics wins. That's what we want. That's what we want to see. This deck is far more stressful to play than I thought it'd be. I thought with all this good removal and stuff that I've got in the deck, it'd feel a lot smoother than it does. The problem is the lack of counter spells to go toe to toe with the other soup decks. I like how there's kind of that balance of the format. The burn spells are extremely good against the aggro decks, extremely bad against the sort of control-y other decks, which is not a new concept by any stretch of the imagination. But it feels like it's a little more intentional, like how deep red is. You know, they knew like, hey, the aggro decks are going to need burn spells to like clear out blockers and stuff. While also like it seems like they recognize that well, I need a green and a black for this. So it's definitely the forest. Heck, I broke my concentration there. But the reason that there's so many is like they know the control decks need burn to not die to the aggro decks. And then they also know that it's just too efficient to just do this though. That the aggro decks also need burn spells to clear the way so that they can get their attackers through. And that's why there's just so damn much of it. Am I spending 4 mana to draw a card? No, I can't because he'll just remove it. And then I won't have a win gone in my deck. Please play a creature before combat. Three damage and tap. Oh, I hope that's all he's got here. That'd be great. So good. The land doesn't matter. Antiquities on the loose. Oh no. Oh no. And he can flash it back. So we're in the loot waiting room. He's just gonna flash it back. Hopefully that's it. And he doesn't kill Emil. If he flashes it back and has the 1 mana, are you kidding me? My only out is draw a bunch of cards and hope I have another turn. Antiquities on the loose. Moment of Reckoning deck. Yeah, that's a matchup. Counterspell is way better than a removal spell. And if this deck goes 2-3, I'm gonna be pretty disappointed. I'm already coming way down on this, on these blue base, every color deck. And it's something like they were good at the start of the format, and it just feels like they keep falling off as more and more people are kind of getting aware of like how strong they are, like how good like the top end converge payoffs and these over the top spells can be, that there's just so much competition for them. That whereas like a week ago, people were getting like crazy streamlined decks with, you know, all the stuff that you might want in your multicolor piles. And now it's so hard. You just end up with a pile at the end of the draft going, how do I cobble this together? What am I seeing that I can actually throw in this multicolor deck? I think we just go loot and hope we untap with it. Oh, all 2 mana creatures. Look at that. Let's Xyz 2. I mean, coach is okay. Whatever. Upkeep scry. Did I just get a land? Thanks. Jeez. I did play. It was kind of odd to go for the draw on me. What I was hoping was, like, if he was sitting on a counter spell, he would counter that, and then I would buy it back. But it's probably just better to sit on it and then just fire it twice at his face for lethal. Over the course of a couple turns. Ow. There's kind of limited ways for him to kill this. Like, it's a braid, and it's the creature that you can sack. I think it's just play this. Just doubling my mana next turn is quite good. Okay. Alright. It's pretty good. I think I'm just gonna wait to his turn. Mockery plus bounce. this card's Restoration Seminar. It's pretty good. Not like a lot of haze creatures are carrying about here. Oh god. Let's see. This is where things get weird. I don't have... I just fired off my Abrade. I don't have another way of getting it back. I wonder if it's worth me actually like killing this, because I'm so far ahead. The loot is just kind of whatever. I could just constantly make him replay it. Could bounce it once here. We draw. Tapped for a green. Okay. Expanse. Yeah, I'm just gonna play this. Start representing a clock myself. But him just like draining 2 every turn, it's going to be very hard for me to deal with. I think I'm probably going to end up firing this off. In which case I should have just done it last turn. A molten note. Okay. Yeah, I think that's what I'm gonna do. Is be willing to destroy my own loot here. It'd be really nice if I could draw a card so I could get more off this. Guess I don't have to do it any time close. It is going to cost me 4 life. So maybe I just need to do it sooner than later because red has so much burn. Okay. So draw 2, draw a card. Vicious Rivalry for 4. And just end turn. I was tapping out my blue mana, jeez. Forest lets me activate the Surveil land. It's pretty scary though once you get to like below 10 life. Once you're in the single digits, like this player could just rip Burst Lightning into Tome Blast and stuff and just get me. Up, he's gonna wilt it. Okay. If I was him, I might have. Oh wait, no, I thought one of those was to pursue the past. Ooh. Huh. The card actually sucks. For me, like really bad. I guess I should have attacked with both last turn. There was no reason to not attack with both. So I'd be at 19. Missing 3 points of damage could be a big deal here. We'll turn back that guy. I'd actually be pretty happy if he played this. I think. Converge for 4. If it hits the Mathemagics, can I still win? No, let's just... do it for 3. Like, this is gonna seem awkward. I still need another... there. am not winning this game through damage. I'm not attacking. My hope here is he actually casts this, given he's so far ahead. Like, in cards in his library, I mean. And then he just draws me my Mathemagics, and I win. Okay. Let's back the Paradigm spell. Give him the good game. We will make a lot of red mana. And I think I can do 4 is 16 cards. So that's more than enough to kill him anyway. Mathemagics is a very fun card. But these are some long, long games. This is one where, like, very thankful that YouTube has double speed. I would not be watching something like this on just normal speed, for sure. Oh, this is a green. Oh, I already have the swamp. In case his turn 2 play was nothing and just try to draw a card. A lot of people will keep hands like that. Do I kill this one as well? I do have to kill every creature played. Regardless of what the heck it is. Good thing is I'll be buying back an Abrade fairly soon. So he's gonna start putting cards on me. He takes the Abrade. Are you fucking kidding me? Can I do this for 4? Do a green. Yeah, Sloth to remove the freaking Abrade. That's wild. So get Joke, Dance, Archaic back. It's a good enough wisdom. But heck, I could lose the game to just Arc. Even if I can kill every creature he plays. I could get burned out to Arc plus random burn spells. We already have Mathemagics for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Mathemagics for 3. It's only 8 cards though. Good news is he's going through his deck pretty fast for me. Just will I survive? And Arc of Hunger is so good. Ooh. Lots of cards now. So we go with a green here. We kill. This gets double strike. We'll keep a scariest card here. Ooh, and we get our loot. Oh no. I even had a mountain to play and I just... I even have a mountain to play and don't do it. Okay. Removes a guy. Okay. Removes a second guy. No, I had it. If I just played the loot. The double tapping the red. Because I had a double blue spell in my hand. Wait, am I just dead though? Okay, so it didn't matter. Oh. It didn't matter. But that's definitely something I should have done. Like I was so focused on my own misplay, I wasn't even paying enough attention to what he was doing. 4 wins though, we get 1400 gems back, so we only go down another 100 gems. Take a look at our deck here. Maybe there's something to be said about splashing this card, you know, but the only way that we're ever playing it in this pile is off the loot. So you need to hit loot first, otherwise this is just a dead card in your hand. I don't think it would have been worth it. Probably could have thrown in a quick study in here somewhere, maybe instead of Fire Singer. But not many changes to be made through what we had gotten here. Getting past the Wisdom of Ages, this is a win con on its own. It doesn't really say, like, kind of read like that does to maybe some players, but the sheer amount of card advantage you get off of this is just backbreaking for quite a few decks. And you can see where I resolved it and got a lot of cards back and stuff. There was like nothing anymore that your opponents can do. And of course, Mathemagics is just it's just an expel to your opponent's face. Like it really is like a red burn finisher. And in limited, where you have 40 card decks, you just need the game to go along far enough that you can pay 4 into X. So 10 mana, that's really nothing for the amount of interaction and stuff that you can get in this format. It's pretty consistent to get there. Pretty nice having a a sweeper in your control deck, that's always going to be nice. And Vicious Rivalry was a nice pickup. On the double splash, but if you have ways of searching out lands like Sky Coach and a number of green spells, it would have felt a lot better. But it is still something that you want. And of course, Resonating Loot, when you're in the spell heavy deck, is really good. When you're kind of middling and you've got 12 creatures and a bunch of spells, 10 or 12 creatures, it doesn't feel that good. Because you're not really getting the double mana effects enough. Like a lot of times you're just maybe you play a draw spell for cheaper, removal spell for cheaper, but then you're still playing a creature at normal costs. So if you have too many creatures in your deck, where I've got not many, like Rebel Rouser, Emil, and I did have the Seething Song chick. What the heck is her name? Blazing Fire Singer. So it's not, you're not going to get hurt by this card, or I'm sorry, by the loot too much. Whereas like in a pure spells deck, this is really good. And I should have had the quick study with this in there for sure. That is a mistake. And we could see the times that the Fire Singer was just not a card in my hand. Like it was just a dead card too much of the time. It didn't have enough stats to bother playing to the board. Really, the only reason that Emil is in here is that if he does go unanswered for some reason, it's he can win the game. If you can actually just make one fractal off of it or two fractals, it can help you stabilize the game in itself. It was a fun deck. I will definitely, draft these again if it's open to me. We're bleeding gems out slowly enough that we're getting there. Not necessarily going infinite. 12 more packs being the goal. And I'll see you next time.